I'd really like to appreciate all the previous presenter, the facilitators. They've done a lot of work, and credence must actually go to the organizer of this program because they were able to bring up topics that closely interlinked, and one leads from one importance to other, from your personal hygiene to the menstrual health, to confidence, having confidence in yourself, and ability to think forward, now to career choice. I believe all this is in making the girl child very important, creating awareness for them and letting them know that they are very, very important. In fact, if there's anyone by the virtue of what they do that are actually structured and created for leadership, I want to believe that it is women. Because when you say, there's this saying in my religion that when you train a man, you just train one person. But when you train a woman, you train a whole nation, because women are the trainers of the trainers. So they are naturally, created to lead in whatever form you say it. So having said that, I want to appreciate the organizer for giving me this platform, this opportunity to at least pay back or actually pay forward, or at least just have an impact in the life of our young girls. And to you girls, I say good afternoon, my very beautiful and brilliant girls. And I'm truly honored to be here with you today. This is our special program called Girls with Purpose. And as you have seen, my name is Ahmed Kolade Oloyo. I'm a professor of cardiovascular physiology from College of Medicine, University of Lagos. And today, I'll be discussing life building skills and leadership with you. As much as possible, I'd like it to be less didactic and more of discussion. But guys, the arrangement might not give much room to that. But be that as it may, let me start by telling you something important. I want you to all know that you are not here by accidents. It's not by accidents. And each and every one of you, you are not ordinary. Indeed, your journey is unique for you, and you're not ordinary. You're extraordinary. That's why you have to see yourself as a special being. And you carry a lot of greatness inside of you. The most important thing is first believe you have this, while we can always help you to see that greatness inside of you and how to now make it manifest. And I think a journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with a step. We are at the verge of doing that now. We started doing that carefully. I know some of you may already know what you want to become in life, while some of you may still be confused as regards who do I want to be, what do I want to be. Whichever one you belong to in this group, it is perfectly okay. There's nothing to be worried about. However, today, I want to talk to you about how to build your life and how to become a leader, starting from where you are right now. You are not disadvantaged. Wherever you find yourself right now, you can start right there. And that's why I said earlier that a journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with a step. So what is the first thing in building life skill and becoming a leader? I think the first thing and the most important thing is to discover your purpose. And as the last speaker has said, career choice and things like that, your talent, what you love doing, what you are capable of doing, and the mixture of these two will go to a long way in helping you to discover your purpose. So when you're talking about discovering your purpose, what is actually purpose? When you say purpose, can anybody tell me what purpose means to her in the chat box? Can you drop a chat in the box? I want to believe my screen is being shared. You're seeing my screen. I hope I'm not just...
Yes, we can, Prof.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. So to you, what does purpose mean? What is purpose? Because if you're going to discover something, you must know what you're looking out for. So what serves your purpose? Any option, any suggestion, anybody want to speak to that? Can drop something in the workboard, the chat box. But because of time, I'd like to put to you that purpose simply means why you exist, the basis of your existence. What do you exist for? What calls you to purpose? What calls you to service? So it is the reason you wake up every morning. It is the thing that makes your heart beat faster with excitement. That's your purpose. I want to be this. I want to be a successful person. I want to be kind. I want to be responsible. I want to become a doctor. I want to become a lawyer. I want to serve my Lord. I want to be a good person. I want to be able to give back to my parents. I want to be able to support in raising my younger ones. Different people with different purpose. Once you're not moving backward, no matter how small you're moving, make sure you're moving towards your purpose. So your purpose usually is often hidden in what you love to do, what you're naturally good at doing, and what problem do you feel strongly about solving. There are some that probably they've encountered some difficulty cooking in the kitchen. From there, they can get inspiration. Okay, if you do it this way, this can serve a purpose for those who are working in the kitchen. There are some that are particularly pertinently concerned by the political struggle in their country. There are some that are worried about family values. There are some that are worried about mode of education. You must have a purpose so that it won't just be existing. So think inward. My ladies, what are those things that makes you happy? What makes you happy? What exactly are you good at doing? And what problems do you want to solve? If you can answer these 3 questions effectively and comfortably, then I make bold to say you're already discovering your purpose. However, you don't have to figure out your whole life today. It's one step at a time. And that takes us back towards a journey of 1,000 kilometers beginning with a step. And that's why we always say that a drop of water, a drop of sand will eventually make a mighty ocean. So no matter how slow you are moving, just make sure you're not moving backward. Keep moving towards your goal and your purpose. And it is important because you cannot determine all your life today alone, then you should have one fact at the back of your mind that purpose will grow as you are also growing. So therefore, in real life, this is one of the bane of growth. This is one of the bane of achieving your purpose or living, fulfilling your destiny or living what you ought to do. Because most often than not, we keep comparing ourselves to others. So I'm imploring you, don't compare your journey with anyone else. Know this and know peace. Your race is your own race and not that of any other person. So once you've discovered your purpose, it is after you discover your purpose that you now have to build those life skills that you require to succeed. So in this short period that we're talking, from my own perspective, I'll give you 5 powerful skills that I believe every girl needs. I'm going to talk about 5 powerful skills that I think will go on to shape your future, to build you for leadership role, to make you achieve the purpose you set out to your goals and purpose you set out to serve, and make you a fulfilled person. So when we talk about these life building skills, you talk about self-confidence. You need to have self-confidence. You must be hungry for knowledge. Your love for learning should be top-notch. You must have an impeccable communication skills. You must always speak out. You must always learn to talk in the right way. But beyond talking, communication is not just one way. My ladies, you should also learn to listen attentively. Because most often than not, when we talk, we are only saying what we know. But when you listen, you learn new things. So your love for learning, your communication skills, these are life building skills that you cannot do away with. Then strict discipline and appropriate time management. Procrastination is a thief of time. Most these days, people spend lots of time on social media doing nothing, lazing around and things like that. So you must have a very appropriate time management skill, and character trumps it all. You have to have good character. You must not only have good character, you must be seen to have good character. Because even in our citadels of learning in university, at the end of it all, they'll say they'll find you worthy in learning and what? Character. So this is where good character comes in. Excuse me. So let's talk about these skills one by one so that we can appreciate it. When you talk about self-confidence, there's a need for you to believe in yourself, even when others doubt you. Believe in your capacity. You be your own self, your own cheerleader. Because in life, if you don't say I am, my girls, nobody would say you are. So it is important you first and foremost believe in yourself. It is when you believe in what you hold, what you have, that you can now profess, you can build your life, and you can lead appropriately. And it is important for you to know that when you talk about confidence does not necessarily mean you know everything. It is far away from that. No, you do not know everything, because nobody actually is an island of knowledge. But in the real sense of it, it means that you are willing to learn and grow so that you can lead. So you always tell yourself daily, are you with me? You can jot this down. Every day when you wake up, be your own self-cheerleader. Tell yourself, I am capable, I'm intelligent, I'm worthy. When you do all these three things confidently, consistently, you build your self-confidence. And now that you have confidence, you can face whatever obstacle that it is, because you believe strongly in yourself. There's a need for you to learn. You have to love the fact that you need to learn. You must be in love, and I mean rich love with knowledge seeking. In Associate Prof presentation, she told you something about education, and I'm going back to it as well. The education is what is power. Education is power. My religion said, for us, knowledge is a lost item. You have to look for it, even if you have to go as the Far East in China. That's to tell you how much education and knowledge is very, very important. But the form knowledge is taking these days, it requires that don't believe you've learned something. This is not the age of where you have to what you unlearn and you relearn, so that you verify, you certify those things you thought you've learned before. Every day, at least in a day, learn something new. Skills, knowledge, history, science, arts. The line dividing science from art is blurring. So be that avid consumer of information. Learn, have lots of seek for knowledge, and you have it. So what do I say? Read, ask questions, and always stay curious. Alternatively, you have to read books, you ask questions, and you pay attention. I want to believe most of you, you're still in school. Those who are yet to enter university, aspire to do that. When you get to university, ask questions, pay attention in class, whichever way you know how to learn, and please, the good knowledge, and make the very best of it. Because simply, somebody once asked that between wealth and knowledge, which one is much more important? And a very intelligent man answered that knowledge. And they were laughing at him. Now, how could you leave wealth and talk about knowledge? Now, the person gave a very simple answer, a simple response. Are you curious to know what the answer is? Or can anybody suggest, is there anyone in this meeting, in this presentation today, that can effectively tell me why knowledge is better than wealth? Please take the next 30 seconds to drop something in the chat box if you know why knowledge is better than wealth.
Good morning.
Okay, thank you. I just want to be sure you're still with me and I'm with you.
When you have knowledge, you are able to build wealth.
Awesome.
And the other one, if you have wealth and you don't have knowledge, you will not be able to invest in that wealth, and that wealth will end up be destroyed and end up ruined up. You will end up losing that wealth because you don't have knowledge. But when you have knowledge, you're able to build wealth. Thank you.
Okay, awesome, Emmanuel. That's a wonderful way to see it. And to you, I'm clapping for you. That's a wonderful and an awesome way to look at it. Look at it like this. In the Yoruba parlance, they always say, "Omota ko lo mangbeleta kota." That means that it is the children that you do not train that will eventually sell the house that you are building. Part of building, part of training children is to give them knowledge. But what does this intelligent man say? He said, well, you need to protect wealth, but your knowledge will protect you. Look at it. That's a synopsis of what Emanuela said. Because when you have knowledge, you can actually build wealth. One of these, when you want to be rich in life, solve a problem. How do you solve a problem without a knowledge? So please, my girls, let not your love for learning diminish for a moment. And the beautiful thing is that no one can steal knowledge from you. If you have your knowledge, it is yours. Wealth can be stolen, but your knowledge cannot be stolen. It is up in your hair, and make sure you make the best use of it. The next on the list of the skills that is required is communication, effective communication. You all need to learn to express yourself clearly, respectfully, actually. You need to learn to express yourself clearly and respectfully. Learn to speak up. Like the usual joke they always talk about the Gen Z, they call them Sorosoke generation. Maybe you like it or not, Gen Z will say their mind. And it's to their advantage, because an unexpressed impression will definitely lead to depression. If you are bothered, if you have something eating you up, find somebody to speak to discuss it with. But in this balance, in this situation, when you see something that is going wrong, speak up. When you see things that need to be done, speak up. Learn to share ideas, because most often than not, a problem shared is a problem solved. We don't have enough time, but I will have given you a multidisciplinary approach to solving health solution for you to appreciate the reason why you need to share ideas. You're talking about hypertension, and probably in this part of the world, you say salt is the most important thing. If you want to do a research to solve it, you need a clinician, a cardiologist, you need a public health physician, then you need a nutritionist and a dietist, and you need a cardiovascular physiologist as well.
What is a cardiologist?
Oh, thank you. Cardiologists are those who take care of diseases that affect the heart. Public health physicians are those who make sure that the public live healthily. They work to prevent outbreak of diseases, and when there is one, they try to curb it. Yes, thank you. And because nobody is an island of knowledge and you cannot do it all alone, I implore you, ask for help. Protect your mental health. Know your limits, and when you get to that limit, if you need help, reach out to your parents, to your friends, to your mentors, to your colleagues. Ask for help when you need help. But most importantly, I want you all to know that your voice matters. So please learn effective communication. Next on the list is discipline and proper time management. You see, no matter how rich someone is, if you lack discipline, you lack everything. The building becomes almost impossible. So when you talk about discipline enhances success, because success itself is built on small daily habits. You do this today, you do this tomorrow, habits consistently in the right direction. If you advance confidently in the direction of your dream, be it in common or uncommon hours, you are going to meet with an unusual success. So your small daily habits, have a good one, is important, and then consistency matters, because it is through consistency that success is usually built. But let me break it down to your level. What are those things that you can do that show discipline? I've seen of kids that stayed on phone for 12, 14 hours. They're so addicted to the screen. Yeah, you are native IT children. Alpha generation are the first generation that are born with screen. They were born into it. So they are native children of IT and gadgets and what have you. But they need guidance on how to go about it, so that this screen time will not take all your useful time and prevent you from achieving the greatness that you are destined for. So you learn to sleep on time so that you can conserve your energy. Early to bed, early to rise. When you wake up early in the morning, you are motivated, you set out for your goals, you think about your purpose in life, and you set out to achieve it. Learn to study regularly. When you learn to study regularly, even physiologically, it is backed up. When you've been taught something and you study it in another 30 to 45 minutes, you convert your short-term memory to long-term memory. That means whatever you've learned will stay in your mind, in your brain, for a very long time to come. And like I've said, like everybody here have said, reduce distraction. Truly, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy, but don't forget that all play and no work make Jack a toy. So therefore, avoid distraction and reduce distraction, plan effectively. Spend less time on your Snapchat, spend less time on TikTok and other social media. In fact, if you need to use social media to your advantage. Dr. Irat Bakari has a page on YouTube where she teaches everybody all over the world about anatomy. Those ones are influential. We know about Khan Academy for those who want to write stats, who want to go and study abroad. We have different channels that are very, very educative on TikTok and YouTube. Nobody will say children or teenagers should not have some fun and play, but don't let that overwhelm your productive time. So if you're going to use social media, please use it effectively and appropriately. And last but not the least on this building scheme, it's good character. Well, there's a song we normally sing when I was in secondary primary school, efficiency and good character. I'm sure many people remember that song. Good character. Like I said earlier, at the end of it, or even in university, you will find both wording in learning and what? Character. So good character trumps it up. You have to be kind, you must be honest, and you must be respectful. Because in the real sense of it, this dictum that you normally hear is not a farce. It's actually the truth. In life, it is your attitude, but not your aptitude that will take you to that desired altitude. What does this mean in essence? Your character will take you where talent alone cannot. So please imbibe good character, be of good behavior, be kind to people, even when they don't deserve it. Be honest, because honest trumps it up. You may lose small, but if you're honest, be very sure you win big eventually. And be respectful, because respect is reciprocal. To whom respect is required, give to such, and you will get it back in many fold. So, if you can have all these skills, learn it gradually, live with it, then I can assure you, you are ready for leadership. Because in the real sense of it, leadership actually starts with you. Leadership is all about influence. People are built differently. Leadership is not about position. It is about influence. It's not enough, I'm the head of this, I'm the chairman of this. How well do you influence people behind you? How well do you lead? Do you influence them for good? Like we normally joke, are you a mentor or a tormentor? Are you a leader or a boss? There are so many to that. But I want to assure you, you are all destined for greater things. With all these skills I've mentioned, the leader, the sleeping giant has been awoken in you. Have a purpose, set to lead, because like I said, your gender is actually created for leadership. No matter what it is, you are born to lead because you are the builder of the nation. As leaders, please set good examples, encourage others. You can only be called a leader when you stand for what is right. When you encourage others to do good things, not only by mouth, even by your own action. Your people, your followers see you doing good, they also want to do good things. And you set good examples. You don't have to wait until you are grown to lead. This is the right time to start imbibing leadership in your home, in your school, in society. Learn to be leaders. You can lead in your classroom, like I said. You can lead among your friends, even in the family. You don't have to be a leader. Leader has nothing to do with age. Great leaders are not perfect people. Please let me create this caveat. You don't necessarily have to be perfect for you to lead. Otherwise, you will have no leader. But you must always make efforts to be a better person. So therefore, leaders are people who keep growing and who are ready to show good example. Like it is said, I want to say it boldly and make it clear to you that you are girls with purpose. So let me leave you with this message. And I hope you go home with it. This will be your take-home plan. Please dream big, work hard, believe in yourself, and never give up on your purpose in life, on your goals, or your plans for life. The world needs girls who are confident, girls who are intelligent, girls who are kind, and girls who are brave. And again, I repeat, you are girls with purpose. Your future is bright, and by God's grace, your impact will be felt globally because your story It's going to be too powerful to be ignored. So at this juncture, I want to thank you, and I can't wait to see amazing women you all grow to be in future. Thank you for your time.